Hey everybody, we're live here at the 2020 CSUSM Student Media Festival. I'm here with my co-host.
Hi everybody, Jonathan Berman here.
So my name is Christine Diekman and I'm faculty in the Art, Media and Design Department of the School of Arts. And Jonathan, would you like to introduce yourself?
I would. Albert, can we get that music again?
I think we lost our cue.
Uh-oh, here it goes. Hey everybody, this is Jonathan Berman, and I'm a professor in the Department of Art, Media and Design at Cal State San Marcos and a documentary filmmaker.
So our audience tonight is comprised of student media makers, professionals in the field, professors, staff, family, friends, community members, and you. And in addition to screening our 23 excellent films and hearing from our student filmmakers, we will also conduct an awards ceremony at the end of this show tonight, and it acknowledges all the films and videos that the jury deemed to be deserving of some special recognition. Not only that, but we also offer an audience award, and this is a chance for you all to vote on your favorite film. At the culmination of the festival tonight, we'll provide the link to all the films on our Vimeo and our YouTube channel. You can watch them in full and vote for your favorite. So watch this YouTube channel for links.
All right, I'm going to do our introduction because we missed it before. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, from North County, San Diego, Italy, China, Hollywood, California, and virtual space, welcome to the 16th annual Cal State San Marcos Student Media Festival. Tonight is a celebration of media from all across this great campus.
Okay, I want to thank everybody who is involved in the festival. That includes our festival sponsors, Penny and Alan Lanise. They're the alums of our program. Judith Hershko, faculty member and chair of our Art, Media, and Design Department. Elizabeth Matthews, she is the dean of our college. Lucy H.P. Solomon, Karen Shaflin, and Kristen Moss are also our sponsors tonight, wonderful faculty in our department. And we have two special anonymous donors as well. Our motion graphics are created by Shihan Sun and Crane Zhu. We want to thank you so much to Christine Kalcha, alumnus of the School of Arts. Maybe we could cut to Christine for a minute.
Hello.
Hi, Christine. Christine's here tonight for a special presentation. And then we also want to be able to thank our festival staff. And so that includes Matthew Jenkins, a political science student, Robin Orenstein, who's art, media, and design student, Jonathan Solario, who's a new student at CSUSM. And these wonderful students have stepped up to organize all of our social media at the festival, as well as we want to thank our technical staff, Blake Schilling and Albert Rascone. And finally, we want to give a special thanks to all of the faculty in the School of Arts who have worked so hard to keep our students creative and engaged through this time. I know it's been really difficult, and I want to thank all of them with a big round of applause. So let's thank the faculty in our school.
Can't hear you. There you are. All right. Thank you. You're too kind. We'd also like to thank our jurors. They looked at almost 60 entries and chose films based upon their content, creativity, and technical quality. It's a tough job because there were so many amazing films, the best yet, I'd say. So let's meet our jurors now and thank them because they volunteered for this tough task. First of all, director of the system-wide CSU Media Arts Festival, meet Shannon Pringle. Hi, Shannon.
Hi, Shannon.
Next, we have film and television casting director, Susan Paley Abramson. Hello, Susan.
Hi,
Susan. We have filmmaker and Cal State San Marcos UCSD professor, Mike Stoltz. Hey, Mike.
Hi.
And she's on her beat, so she couldn't be here. We had video journalist and alumnus, Ande Duclave. And, of course, me, Jonathan Berman, and Professor Christine Diekman.
Okay, our program tonight, oh, thank you. You are too kind. Our program tonight is in 2 parts. The first half of the films that we're about to view were made by students across the campus and across the world. We'll visit Alaska, China, Italy, and even our home of San Marcos. We'll get involved with making a signature Filipino dish. Oh, that's Jonathan's line. I stepped on
Oh,
his
okay. Let's
line.
start the show from the beginning. No. Hey, we'll get involved with making a signature Filipino dish. And in case you forgot, we'll just get a few explorations of life in quarantine.
So we'll screen the official competition entries in 2 parts, as I mentioned, with an intermission where you get a chance to meet some of the student filmmakers and even go behind the scenes of the festival. At the end of the show, there'll be an award ceremony capped by your vote, the audience award.
So watch for that link on the YouTube channel at the end of the show to vote on the audience award. And now it's our pleasure to present the first half of the 16th annual Cal State San Marcos Student Media Festival.
Hey, Albert.
Albert in the booth. Let's roll it.
Before all the camera, before all the lenses, before tripod, even before the first image you see on the computer, that's that one photo that started everything for you. This photo is important to me because, not because it's only important because this is myself, it's the hidden message behind the photo. I have an older sister and a younger brother. And back in when this photo was taken, my brother was just being born. He was around 1. There's never a single photo taking all 3 of us together outside the drinking public area because due to one-child policy. And the limitation of us going out together in public was very, very limited. Restrictions was really high, and the one-child policy department was really corrupt at the time, so we cannot be seen together in the public and say that we are related. So my mom always just taking us one by one, walk out the house, just a photo of my sister by herself, a photo of me by myself, and a photo of my brother by himself. So this photo is the photo that started everything for me. Some photographers say the coronavirus really limited them to really restrict the creativity for them, the opportunity to explore, and that's true. And however, the way I look at it, it is the same thing was applied to this photo as the situation we're in now. If not, it's making us even more creative to get a photo taken or take a photo. And it forces us to look at what is around us. It is very true that we cannot go anywhere right now, and we cannot just go out and take a photo of the beautiful sunset at La Jolla Beach. And that's okay. It forces us to look what is really around us, because we are never home at the time that we usually not at home. And you open your windows and see the light coming through the outside, hitting certain part of your house. It is quite beautiful sometimes. And for the creators that saying that this pandemic limit the creativity within them, for part of it, it's true. you are very limited with the resources that you have. However, it forces you to look around and discover the beauty within your life. And that's important. That's really important. Because sometimes it's just the restriction that forces us to make the art that really express ourselves as an artist. I never would say my mom is an artist or even a photographer. But at the moment this photo was captured, my mom was way more of a photographer than I will ever be. Lately, I've been discovered that I take more photo inside my house than I go out and explore and take photo on the street or on the beautiful sunset or sunrise or even the blue hour filming time. I film more in-house. I take more photo inside my house because I never seen my house being so beautiful before in a way that light hit certain angle in different time that I'm never home. I think for us as a photographer, we need to go back and look at that one photo that started everything before all the fancy gear that we have, and what does photography really mean to us. Maybe it's the restriction or the beauty of that photo that keep us motivated to create. It is never about traveling to the furthest distance, to the beautiful landscape in Canada or Egypt to take that one shot. It is never about that. It is always something really simple in your everyday life that keep you going and keep you creative as you can. For me, it is a photo of my family never being together in one frame. And as simple as that keep us want me to take photo.
How to get over someone. Remember the cries, the many lonely cries, the cries of confusion, the cries of exhaustion, and remember that those who truly adore you wouldn't leave you questioning your worth in their lives. Remember, healing is not linear. It's messy, it's inconsistent. You'll feel on top of the world one day, back at the bottom of the hill another day. But all will be okay, because eventually, you'll get that feeling. The feeling of that hour, the one where all is warm, time stops, for what feels like a blissful forever. And everything feels like it's going to be alright. And then you'll go on with your life. The birds will keep singing, the wind still screaming. Then one day, it'll scream at you. You'll be hit with a breath of fresh air that you didn't know you needed. Easy to inhale, comforting to exhale. Home in human form. Remember, you are the sun, the moon, and the stars. Warm, bright, full of light, filled with power. The power to love, the power to grow, the power to heal, the power to rebuild. Rebuild the broken gate to your heart. Accessible, not easy. Protected, not stingy. Remember the feeling of love and its power to heal. Love wholesomely, love unapologetically. Love with all your heart. You will be okay. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
The World Health Organization has officially called it COVID-19.
In the last hour, we've learned the coronavirus death toll has risen again.
The coronavirus. It's not only a global pandemic, it's also everybody's new excuse for canceling plans.
State Department has raised its travel alert, advising Americans not to travel to China at all.
It comes from China. That's why.
I've become just the slightest bit obsessed with washing my hands lately.
The back of your hand is what's catching all the ka-choos of the people around you.
What I want to show you guys is these N95 respirators. There are a bunch of different styles. These are what we use in hospital settings for healthcare providers. They have to be measured for your face.
I'm obsessed with hand sanitizer.
Hundreds of shoppers rush into a Los Angeles Costco this morning with this warning. Supplies are being rationed to keep up with the unprecedented coronavirus panic shopping.
Hong Kong authorities are telling people that they should definitely avoid kissing their pets.
Skepticism has grown ahead of the Summer Olympics in Japan.
Kardashians are doing quarantine with the capital K. They're declaring a national emergency. Two very big words.
The U.S. now leading the world in deaths, topping 20,000. And all 50 states are under a major disaster declaration for the first time ever.
Let me tell y'all something. I ain't gonna front. A bitch is scared. I'm a little scared, you know what I'm saying? Like,
What's Gucci, baby?
Oh.
Hey.
Hello. Hey.
What's up?
Not much.
Well, what I have been doing, I've been doing a lot of art. I've been painting a lot. And I've also been eating a lot of mint chip ice cream. as you can see here.
Solid.
Basically, just on a daily basis thus far, depending on how stir crazy I am, I'll wake up.
Because I haven't been doing anything.
It's okay.
Okay, well, no, it's not like I'm like definitely a couple White Claws deep right now. I'm like, so I've honestly just been on my phone, online shopping on Urban Outfitters. I just add things to my cart and then I never buy it because I wait for the sale to get better.
Me personally, some of the things I do have to take care of on a daily basis, other than work, I go to work, I take care of that for like 10 plus hours, I get home, and immediately after all that time is spent with me.
I've been door dashing, so I spend like most of the day driving.
There has always been traffic, and since this has started, I haven't touched traffic in like 3 weeks, dude. It's scary. It's really scary. That's what first initiated this whole moment for me, is when I saw that there was not a single car on the road.
I work for Access Living, and I support adults who have developmental disabilities, so just kind of supporting them in their day-to-day living and all that junk. Yeah.
And how's dealing with that, like your whole workforce while everything's going on?
It's been tough just because they're feeling just like we're all feeling like I want to get the fuck out of here, like I want to do stuff. I had a customer look at me the other day because I had to tell him that I had to be 6 feet apart from him. He looked at me and he was like, "You're just being so annoying right now." I was like,
But besides that, I mean, I'm still thankful that like I can work and like
yeah.
I have an excuse to get out of my house.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, I also don't want to work because I also have schoolwork still to do, so.
Online labs and like, especially with oceanography, it's kind of weird to like do that online because you're supposed to do field trips. So figuring that out online is like kind of hard, but.
I kind of want to be more productive with my schoolwork. Like I have papers due, but I haven't really gotten around to do them.
Yeah.
I'm filling up my time. It's mainly been homework, to be honest, or procrastinating on homework, really.
What is something that you've always wanted to do during quarantine that you haven't done yet?
Oh, I've been wanting to continue with guitar and learn Spanish more.
I really want to learn Spanish, French, and I want to make more vegetarian meals, and I want to decorate my room more.
Those are the two things that have been on the top of my mind lately.
Yeah.
It's like make videos or great photos. Like, it's always in the back of my mind. That, or whenever I hear like specific music on the radio, like party mixes and stuff like that, I want to make transitional music like I did in the past.
I have done a lot of running. I've never like been into running before, and it was a good time to take that opportunity.
I've been trying to do recently, and I haven't in a while, but I'll like try to like write a journal. And I'm not just bullshitting you like, oh look, like a couple pages in here, and you know, just get your feelings out of the way, because I mean, you could text people, but I feel it's easier to express yourself in writing, and then you can just forget about it and come back to it later if you want to, like, you know, reach out to yourself in some way.
This is one of them.
I like that. Honestly, I think that's like low-key like one of my favorite pieces that you painted.
I think, honestly, up until tonight, it was the baking and the cooking. I feel like I've had all this time to bake and cook, and I hadn't taken advantage of it until literally right now.
So that's good. That's good. Having like a gym, like an LA Fitness or anything, like you still do all your workouts at home.
Yeah, you gotta adapt to what you got now.
Well, I think that's all I have.
Whoa.
Let's see. Thank you.
Easy.
Easy. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, all right, bye.
Bye. Bye.
Good night.
Well, good luck.
All right, thanks. I'll see you later.
All right, see you.
The I Ching is an ancient Chinese divination text and the oldest of the Chinese classics. In the I Ching, the ancient Chinese used 8 symbols to represent 8 natural phenomena. And later these symbols were gradually improved. I chose 19 of them for my project. For convenience, I have marked them with numbers, and each number corresponds to a video. When the camera captures the position of the stone, the video corresponding to the I Ching symbol will start playing. A random movie is formed. Pick up the pebbles. Game start.
Chop-chopin natin yung chicken. Ayoko nang masyadong malaki. Gusto ko yung maliliit lang.
Anong pakiramdam yung first time mong makakain ng adobo?
Ang pakiramdam ko ay maaliwalas sa sarap ng nakain kong adobo. Nabusog ako.
Hindi ko maalala kung ilang taon ako nakatikim ng adobo. Maybe I was 6 months old. Pero sigurado akong masaya ako kasi masarap. Dahil yun ang native delicacy ng Pilipino.
Sino ang unang napatikim sa'yo ng adobo?
Ang nanay ko ang nagpatikim ng adobo.
Hindi ko rin maalala kung sino. Pero definitely kung hindi ang lola ko, malamang ang nanay tatay ko kasi sila ang nagluluto ng pagkain sa bahay.
Anong pakiramdam yung unang beses mo nagluto ng adobo?
Para ba naman ako busog na busog? Ang pakiramdam ko.
Busog na busog?
Oo.
Masaya, syempre. Kasi nagaya ko kung paano nila niluluto ng tama yung adobo. Nagaya ko kung paano lutuhin ng nanay at tatay ko yung adobo. At masarap. Kaya masaya ang pakiramdam kapag nakapagluto ka ng masarap.
Tinuro ba ang pagluto ng adobo yung unang napatikim sa'yo ng adobo?
Oo. Tinanong ko siya paano niya niluto. Kaya tinuro niya sa akin ang paraan ng pagluto ng adobo.
Malamang kasi nung unang nagluto ako, nag-aral ako magluto, siguro mga grade 6 ako, 6th grade. Kailangan nire-require kaming magluto kasi pangalawang anak ako sa pamilya, kailangan kami ang tagaluto. So, natuto akong magluto at masaya naman dahil natutunan ko kung paano magluto. Kahit hindi adobo, kahit anong klase ng pagkain, natutunan ko.
Ang recipe ba ng adobo dapat maituro sa kapamilya lang?
Hindi lang sa kapamilya, sa lahat ng nakakagusto ng reseping ito ay ituro ang pagluto ng adobo.
Bakit?
Para kung gusto nilang kumain, magluto na lang sila.
Minsan yung recipe ng adobo na i-share mo, na ituturo mo sa mga kaibigan mo, katrabaho mo, kasi kapag nagkakainan kayo, na nababanggit mo, nasasabi mo kung ano yung mga secret ingredient, kung paano mo niluto, kasi ang pagluluto ng adobo, iba-iba yan sa bawat pamilya, sa bawat lugar.
Thank you.
And of course, we all want to take precautions and avoid catching COVID-19.
By a new strain of swine flu virus had been identified in the U.S. and other countries.
The Ebola virus is now officially considered out of control.
If you get sick with swine flu, CDC recommends that you stay home from work or school and limit contact with others to reduce the chance of transmitting the infection.
Be just a subjective, are you feeling well? And if you're not feeling well, then you obviously want to put them into quarantine.
Is that enough?
Yes, it is. It is.
If you're someone who's generally forced to be exposed to the sick or the public, what do?
You stay home.
We're not ready for the next epidemic.
It's my third year in college and I decided that I wanted to live alone, but had to move back in with my family because of the coronavirus. Everything's really frustrating right now because even the main concern on the news is just about protests regarding opening the beaches back up or not. The news has always been really difficult for me to listen to because of all the critique and different perspectives, but through social distancing and online interactions, I wanted to hear about life for individuals that weren't just contributing to a statistic, but real life situations and stories about their experiences during this time. Being able to connect with others internationally and even globally has reinforced the idea of hope and time. Sharing these stories provides more weight than just the numbers, and it's important we hear about the stories that add life into a dying society. So, since college is online, I decided to use the one program that everyone seems to be using right now to connect with friends and hear what they had to say.
Ever since the breakout of Wuhan, things were pretty intense. My sister was in the city alone by herself, and everybody was on a forced quarantine. Nobody was allowed to go out, and then I got back at the end of February, and when I got back, things were pretty much back to normal. Everybody was forced to wear a mask when they go out. That is the new policy. So if you don't wear a mask, it's basically breaking the law. When I first got back from the US, I did self-quarantine for 14 days. But after that, I have been going out ever since. And I had dinners with my family. Things are pretty normal right now in China. Back in January, I went to Vegas. And then the virus was already super serious back in Wuhan and China overall. I was wearing masks because lots of Chinese in Las Vegas. So I was trying to stay safe. Walking on the street in Vegas, and then there's a white guy approached me and saying, he tapped my shoulder. He said, are you Chinese? And I said, I looked at him, I didn't say anything. I kept walking, and he followed me, and he goes, why the fuck are you in Vegas? What you here for? Why don't you go back to fucking China? That's all he said. And I just gave him a good look, and I kept walking like a human being, because obviously he wasn't acting like one. One thing I'm gonna do definitely after the virus is over, I will make a trip back to the US and visit my friends. I know I'm going to Canada in September. I'm not sure if I can go yet, but if I can go, but I don't know what plan I will have. I think I'm just gonna live life as it is.
So I'm about 60 miles from London, give or take. I know a lot of people in my area are not abiding by the rules set by our government, which is a shame, and it's why a lot of the UK is still in lockdown. My street particularly, everybody seems to be, like, they'll say hello to you, but they'll be 6 foot apart. Some of them are wearing masks. I don't get to see my family anymore, which is a big issue. Where I used to live is where most of my family is, and it's quite a long way to travel. There was quite a funny thing the first day of lockdown. I went to the shop. I think the place had been broken into, so I went inside, asked them, have you been broken into? They said, no, we just had to strip all the lights and make it look more apocalyptic, because there's only several people in there, so they were just like, I think that was probably a joke, but they did it anyway. So when the lockdown is lifted, I intend obviously to see family, and I intend to do some traveling out of the country as well, to go and see friends and stuff like that.
As London is quite populated, I wouldn't say it's the most cleanest place and somewhere that you find that you get a lot of space from other people. So it is a very claustrophobic place. My daily routine will literally be me going from my house, then taking one of the most packed trains straight to the city, which is even more packed, then going straight to my office and then repeating the journey back, going back to my house. And now going outside and being scared to go outside, to be honest, seeing everyone in masks, and then also the thought of being home 24/7. I personally don't like it. I'm FaceTiming my friends. The fact that I'm using Zoom to contact the large family I have, where all 50 of us are on a Zoom chat together at the same time, that personally motivates me to keep going, because I know at the end of this, I can see them again and I can meet up with them. When you realize that, you don't see them as often as you used to, you kind of start missing those small things that, I want to see my family. I want to spend time with them. As soon as quarantine finishes, I want to go see my granddad in India. I was actually supposed to go to India on the 31st of May. Sadly, that got cancelled because of Corona, so I don't know when I'm going to be able to see him. I definitely want to get back to gym. I really miss my gym routine. As strange as it sounds, I also miss sitting at my desk, sitting with my colleagues, working as a group of people working towards the same goal. So the main things I'd say would be getting back to work, getting back to gym, and getting that holiday in.
Fairbanks first went under quarantine, it was kind of crazy. It just felt very apocalyptic, I guess I would say. I mean, everything was super desolate. You go to the gas station, you'd see nobody. We had our 2-week quarantine and my work was still open the entire time. So coming out of it, they all are out shopping. A lot of people are not wearing masks, not wearing gloves, because it only recently became mandatory. And even then, it's more of a suggestion. So it's very different. In the past 5 weeks, we went from scared to not caring, I would almost say. I think connecting with my family and friends right now has helped me so much more, and I think it helps them. It is so non-traditional for us, and especially hanging out and seeing them every day, to even just living in Alaska, I'm so much further away. So I don't think that has changed at all, because most of my family and friends don't live near me whatsoever. After all this craziness, ideally is over, depending on how long it is, I have travel plans that I'm hoping can still happen. I'm going to spend a lot of time with my friends and get a lot of social interaction in while I can.
So even though we're all in different locations, that doesn't mean the overall response to the breakout varies. We all want to get back to our accustomed routines, and we will get back there again. If we made it through a pandemic before, we can definitely get through one again.
I can't wait until this is over.
I can't wait for this to be over.
I cannot wait until this is over.
I can't wait until this is over.
but like, no, that doesn't fit. That's not right.
That wasn't my experience.
I couldn't imagine myself as an adult. I don't understand any of this. Nothing makes any sense. I had to become the most generic version of myself.
And it just didn't work with me.
I wasn't who I wanted to be.
I couldn't imagine myself as an adult because I couldn't
feel like my
picture growing up into that.
Behaviors in ways I thought matched up.
There was no future there for me.
I remember that I turned to the mirror and I just started screaming and smiling.
There's a lot of being alcoholic. People who aren't don't question it.
Like, oh my God, why I'm so happy that I'm seeing this.
That's when it hit me.
So I've been thinking about it for so long.
That was my epiphany.
How much worse is it going to bug me in another 5 years or in another 10 years?
I have a choice.
How much am I going to regret not facing it now?
Listen, I think I've been wrong.
I have a choice to keep being sad or I can be happy, you know? Like, regardless, it's going to be hard. I didn't even realize.
It took until I was in college before I even heard the word.
Having words for
I didn't even know
how you are.
Like, it took until I was in college, I was like 18 or 19 before I even heard the word.
What's the possibility until I was about
Seeing the ways that other people represent themselves or express
You know what? I guess I'm
themselves.
not the only one that ever felt
That
this
moment
way.
of
The first time I encountered the term,
wait,
I was like, that's it.
that's me too.
One thing I miss is being able to go to the farmer's market every Sunday. It's always a nice time to be able to go out in the sun underneath the pride flag and see the community and get some of the delicious food there. And it's been tough not being able to do that.
I think like a lot of people, the day-to-day life has been disrupted from working at home. Or when I do go to the office, I'm the only one in the office. I tend to be more extroverted than introverted. And when I'm put in a situation where I have to be introverted, the extroverted side of me kind of starts screaming and struggling and just wants to get out.
COVID-19 led to my mom's hospitalization and her eventual death. So my phone calls home checking on her, my end of month kind of doing her bills and things like that, all went away over a weekend. And because of COVID-19, I can't deal with her belongings, I can't deal with her estate as much because we're in quarantine, we're in a lockdown where her apartment has to stay closed. I can't travel to go there. Nobody can.
Shape-shifting beast. Shape-shifting beast. Lesson. Shape-shifting beast. This vessel. This vessel is alive. Shape-shifting beast. Shape-shifting beast. This vessel. Shape-shifting beast. Lesson. Where do our dreams go once our memory fails us? Where does our memory go once our mind fails us? If you look closely and listen carefully, you can start to notice our affinities. Even parallel universes have a common language. Love, manifesting and unfolding entities. Are your senses too preoccupied?
我不喜欢猫，但是猫也是生命呢。我叫易颂沙，我是湖北人。封城了后，养猫的主人他回不了武汉，他家的猫得不到粮食的补充。我看到你家的猫了啊！当我跟他视频的时候，他看到他的小宠物，感觉看得像见到孩子一样。我下班把猫粮已经吃完了。啊，帮我加点猫粮吧，好吗？好的。哎呀，我都担心死了。是的，你猫要如果再带粮了，都饿瘪了。加点水是吧？嗯。好。哎呀，袋子。
您最难忘的一次上门开锁经历是什么样的？
最难忘的闹门的时候，家里有一个猫，有一个狗。我上门的时候，我发现它这个门锁是那种高性能防盗锁， 如果要开这个门锁，只能强行的把门报废掉，因为疫情之间也没有放门的，如果开了，别人都能进他家，极度不安全。
那最后这个房主开门了吗？
没有开门。
这堂里的水全部挂满了啊！这猫粮，这小猫，粮食，饼干，
有很多这个猫的主人非常感激，想回来武汉后当面感谢我。我说不用了，正因为我们作为一名锁匠，这个是我们力所能及的事。现在我虽然没有养小动物，但已经习惯在家里备一些猫粮。以前开锁只是单纯的开锁，但疫情之间开锁的都是喂猫的，拯救了一个小生命。我也很庆幸当一名锁匠。
Well, that's the end of our first half. What did you think, Jonathan? Unmute yourself, Jonathan. Jonathan, unmute yourself.
Oh, hello. Hello, everybody. What an amazing group of films, Christine. Wow.
Yeah, so now it's time to meet the filmmakers from our first half. So, student filmmakers on Zoom, are you ready to say hi to your audiences? So when you hear the name of your film, just wave and tell us your name and talk a little bit about your film. We're going to cut to you and we need to see where you are in the grid, okay? So can we cut to the grid now? And I'll make certain to say the title of your film. So let's cut to the grid.
Let's cut to the grid.
Okay.
We're in the grid.
Oh, good. Okay.
Oh, excellent.
Fantastic. Okay. Hi, everybody. You're back. I hope you enjoyed the first half.
I did.
Some of the students couldn't join us on Zoom. So if we say the name of your film, we don't see you. We hope you're out there in the audience watching it on YouTube. So the first film that we saw was the one that started it all. I don't know if Kyle is here today. Well.
A lot of fans. A lot of fans.
The next film that we saw today was How to Get Over Someone.
Hi.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, Jaeline.
Hi, my name is Jaeline Mandujano. I'm a first year here at Cal State San Marcos. So basically, my film was a compilation of things I needed to hear at the time, as well as things that were told to me by my peers. And so it was just a reminder of the beauty of really being able to embrace your feelings and the experiences you go through.
Cool. Thank you, Jaeline. Let's give a hand to Jaeline. All right, the next film that we saw was Quarantine Diaries. Let's see who the filmmaker is for that.
My name is Noah Johnson. I am a 2020 graduate, and pretty much I just wanted to make a film without having to leave my house because of quarantine.
Okay, thank you, Noah. It was great. Let's give a hand to Noah. The next film that we saw, it was Adobo.
Hi, I'm here. Hi, my name is Reignmarc, and I'm feeling very, very ecstatic to be here. First of all, thank you to the Cal State San Marcos School of Arts for acknowledging my film. The selection of my film alone creates a greater meaning to my family tradition of cooking. I want to quickly shout out my parents and grandparents who are watching right now, as well for my relatives who are viewing in Canada. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful.
Okay. All right, I skipped over a few, but I'm going to go back to August.
Hi, my name is Randy Garcia, and thank you for watching. That was a really personal story between me and my older brother, so I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you, Randy.
Hey now.
We also have, I don't think Crane is here, but Logic of Choice. Crane, did you drop in with us? No. Okay, moving on then. Cabin Fever by Marisa. Did Cabin Fever filmmaker join us today? No,
she's shooting her next documentary right now.
Oh, right, yeah, she's out there, yeah. Okay, the next film that we saw was Nonbinary.
Nonbinary.
My name's Destinee Aleman, and that was my film. I'd like to give a shout out to the person who made the audio. His name is Ryan Jorgensen, and he also does film.
Yeah, excellent audio, loved it. The next film was COVID. David Pinkney, I don't think he's here with us, but David, great job. Thank you very much.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And then the next one, we have Portals and Vessels.
That's me again. That film was inspired by just reconnecting with ourselves during this time and realizing the loss of connection that we have with ourselves and our community. So
thank you so much, Destinee. And the last film in the first part is Locksmith and Cat.
Hi everyone. I'm very happy to participate in this media festival, and although I'm far away from China, I feel like I'm still on the campus with you. And this is my last semester, but I'm very happy the media festival can be an ending for my study in Costa San Marcos. Thank you all.
Thank you. All right, that's our first part, and now we're going to be stay with us. We're going to move into a little intermission, and I'm handing it over to Berman.
Hello, this is Professor Berman here. Welcome everybody, and we promised you that you'd have some special surprises. Thank you, thank you. I'd like to introduce you to one of our esteemed jury members, Ms. Susan Paley-Abramson. Susan, are you here?
Hi, I'm here.
Hello.
First of all, I'll hopefully not cry, but I'm so blown away by all of you guys and your creativity in such a time like this. And you should all feel, whether you're filmers in it or not, so amazing about what creativity you can bring in that you chose to study. Just all around really moved and impressed.
Oh, I thanks, Susan. I agree. And wow, yeah, I'm a little verklempt myself. But listen, you're in
graduations. These are your accolades. People are out there and they see you, whether your family's or not. We see you as judges, so jurors.
Well, you are a little bit of a Hollywood insider, Susan. You're known for casting independent film and videos, including Ballers and Entourage, a show I enjoyed. Can you give us a little advice about getting into film and video, either as an actor or on the more production side?
I think this is a good start with the theme of everybody, what they've been doing, that mostly you're going to walk into a lot of rooms or hope to walk into a lot of rooms, and there's going to be someone who may look like you, or they may have made a movie that's the same topic, like a lot of COVID movies, but you just have to realize that you are your own secret weapon. That doesn't matter who is next to you or what is in front of you. You bring you, and if you take a little bit of yourself to every project, whether you're playing a role or you read someone else's script you need to work on, and you know, that always will separate you. There's no one like you. And I can't say that enough, to when you have doubt or just, you know, walk in feeling that way. You are your own best weapon.
Nobody can be you.
Yeah, no one can be you, and it's amazing. And just terms of breaking in, I think it's just hard work, but saying yes to all your friends, like, you need a DP, I'll be your DP, you know, just collaborating with the people that you meet, because you are who help each other along. It's, I find when people ask me all the time, actors, how do you meet agents and stuff. It's through your friends. Your friends and your peers speak of you, and they can really help you along. So you want to be as generous as possible and hope that, you know, it comes back to you.
Awesome. Thanks, Susan. And I'm still interested in gangster number 3 in your next movie, so keep me in mind. All right, so let's give a big hand for our jurors and this particular juror, Susan Paley Abramson. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Whoa, wow. Very easy. Okay.
Hey, Jonathan.
Yes?
Do you have a special surprise?
I think we do. We promised you we would go behind the scenes today. So let's go behind the scenes and meet our amazing composer of the original music tonight, Christina Kalchev. Where are you, Christina?
Hi.
Hi. Where the heck are you?
I am stuck in the beautiful Midwest of America.
Oh, sounds
Indiana.
lovely. You have your music there with you, so that's all you need, and your family. So can you give us a little quick run through of how you do what you do? You're such a great composer. We love your
Yeah,
music.
absolutely. So it's basically just like film. You know, in film we have log lines, and that is sort of your one sentence pitch of film. So with music, I kind of do the same thing, and I just create a theme, and I build a audio world around that theme. So for the score for the festival here, I just did a simple as the A theme, and then we always want a B theme, right? You have a question and an answer. So my answer to that for the theme was, and so if we look in my actual project here, if we isolate that, I decided to put the score with the woodwinds having that theme. And then it also will come in later with the strings. And then if we put all together, you can hear how it all sounds as one big piece. And so one thing, because I studied with the awesome Professor Bradbury at CSUSM, he said, you need to spin things out. So take that simple idea and keep spinning it out and seeing how many versions of the same thing you come up with. So for the B version of our scores for the festival, let's see, I have the flutes again playing it. And now we have the answer. And then all together. So that's basically what I do. I just keep adding sounds and things. What's so cool, I have to say, is you can do what I do on really simple equipment. You know, I just have a keyboard. I have my digital audio workstation. I use Logic. Pro Tools is another great one. And your 2 monitors and an interface. And that's it.
Wow, that's so amazing.
Whole score.
Thank you so much. You know, if you don't know, Christina is a former student and a former winner of several awards, including an Emmy while being a student. So thank you so much, and keep up the great music. We love it.
Thank you.
Okay, Jonathan. Now, don't we have a special surprise?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'm almost surprised myself. We have a special surprise. And that surprise is one of our amazing students. Iris Lee is joining us. She's a alumnus of our school and quite a talent. Anything you want to say about Iris, Christine?
No, you know, Iris is fantastic. She's won several awards. She's been a past participant of the festival and a real force in our student art organization Staircase. So I think Iris is going to join us for a little message, right?
I think word on the street is that you created a special video for tonight.
Okay.
So maybe we can roll that.
Let's roll it.
Do you find yourself sleeping in more than usual? Are all the days starting to blend together? Don't know whether if it's morning or evening? Have you been asking yourself lately? what's the point anymore? Then you may be suffering from chronic depression. Or quarantine fever. Don't worry, there's a cure for that. In the arc sector of the radii sphere, we at Planet Eggs, or Express Galactic Getaway System, for short, are your second home away from Earth. At Eggs, your health is our highest priority. That's why our express transportation services are free of charge and are equipped with the latest molecular reassemblage technology. Once you have been successfully transported to our planet, you may want to brace yourself, where you'll notice that Eggs has 3 times the gravitational force than that of Earth's. Complimentary refreshments will be served upon your arrival. As you're home away from home, Eggs will take every precaution necessary to ensure that all types of human recreational activities are included, such as sleeping, eating, drinking, and procreation. Everything you need to safely enjoy your home away from home is here. But wait, there's more! If you call now, we'll give you 2 instead of 1 complimentary drink upon your arrival. To take advantage of our limited time offer, simply pick up your phone, dial the number you see on screen, to reach our Universal Communication Center. It may take a few moments to reach one of our operators. Please, stay on the line.
Charges may apply when contacting our Universal Communication Center. Human customers planning to use our transportation services are entering at their own risk to be dematerialized, rematerialized, and have a 20% chance of not being fully assembled, and may experience uncontrollable bowel movements, loss of hair follicles, dermatitis, paralysis, or even death. Express Galactic Getaway System is not liable for any damages the human customer and their effects may experience during their travels. Any injuries that the human customer may sustain during their travels are waived once they have entered their transportation systems. Please consult your intergalactic travel agency and physician before planning your arrival to Express Galactic Getaway System. Not all recreational services are free of charge.
Whoa, thanks, Iris. Thanks, Susan Paley Abramson. Amazing stuff. Hey, everybody. It's so good to see you all here on this special evening. Audience members, remember to vote on your favorite film using the voting link that you'll find here at the end of our session tonight. So let's check out our second half. Christine, something to say?
Yeah, so I would like to have one note on our second half of our program tonight. The first video that we're going to be seeing is Noxious by Jelonna, Byers, Stephanie Martinez, and Crissy Cerden. And we just wanted to say that we're just watching an excerpt of that film. It's an incredible piece. It's a very powerful film about domestic abuse. And when it runs through YouTube, unfortunately, YouTube blocks it for some of the visual content. There's nothing gratuitous about the film, but algorithms don't know context. And so we're showing an excerpt of this excellent film. However, we want to remind you that this film and the other films are available in their entirety on our Vimeo and our YouTube channel, which is going to be available for you to watch right at the end of this show. We'll be putting it up on our YouTube, and we'll also be making our link to Vimeo. So given that, I think we are about ready to roll the second half.
Let's have our music theme, Albert. It's coming. Hold, please. And now, wait, Music. And now, live from Cal State San Marcos, California, and around the world, it's time for the second half of the Student Media Festival. Enjoy.
I didn't know that like domestic violence, intimate partner violence included like words. I felt like it was always physical, and it took me being 30 to understand that like if someone's constantly gaslighting you, or someone is like being very possessive and controlling, they might not hit you, but it's still some type of intimate violation of yourself. That relationship started off bad, and I didn't know it was bad because I didn't know like adult relationships. I was like, is this normal?
Je t'aime aimer, chaque matin comme un oiseau qui s'élève au lever du soleil. Tu me captives avec ton séduisant masque. Je ne peux pas me détourner de ton élégant visage, désirant ressentir ta chaude étreinte. Je t'aime. Ton esprit s'aventure dans des lieux lointains. Mélisse, ici pendant que tu explores ton oasis. Je me languisse de ton retour à la maison pour t'avoir à moi seul. Je t'aime. La façon dont tu regardes ces roues occupées, l'amour que tu émanes, je le garde mien. Les mots que je dis semblent arbitraires, mais tu es l'oiseau de ma volière. Je t'aime. Ton corps accentue l'allure du matin, projetant sur les rideaux une ombre paradisiaque. Quel tendre esprit existant de l'autre côté, une âme obéissante qui m'est loyale de mur. Je t'aime. Tes mouvements tourbillonnants me laissent fasciné. Les sentiments que tu m'évoques ne peuvent être traduits. Comme une statue de pierre faite de granit, je sais que notre amour ne finira jamais.
Je t'aime, ma plus.
Pendant que
Peux-tu concentrer tes pensées sur ma silhouette? Tu as réussi à manquer mes qualités les plus raffinées. Ton amour pour moi n'était qu'une illusion, que tu as créée depuis tes réveils mentaux. Il y a plus pour moi que ce que l'on voit avec les yeux, quelque chose que tu sembles avoir eu du mal à reconnaître. Je n'ai fini de n'être que l'objet de ton désir. Je ne serai plus une chose que tu peux posséder. Je suis heureuse de pouvoir dire que je suis enfant, libre d'être l'objet de tes fantasmes.
Je m'aime.
So today is my third day of quarantine at home. I have a specific part of the house. My parents decided to design like a red zone, which includes my bedroom, the laundry room, which is now like a dining room for me, and then the bathroom. Everything is closed and separate from the rest of the house. It's kind of hard to stay here for at least 14 days, alone and separate from your family. But I know it's safer and it's the best thing to do at the moment. So I decided to come back home because probably was the best option for me. I have been thinking about it for almost a week, and then 2 weeks ago I decided to book my flight to get back. I felt safe probably there in California because I was staying home all the time, and I thought maybe keep going and keep staying there was safer than take a risk, because I've been traveling for more than 26 hours and the flights were kind of messy, and I had to take Los Angeles, Paris, and then in Paris I had to wait for more than 6 hours, and then from Paris to Rome. And then once I got to Rome, the problem was that public transportation like trains or buses were not working. So I had to take like a private taxi, like a personal driver, to get back home and arrive to my hometown, which is called Padua, and it's like 5 hours far away from Rome by car. So once I arrived to my last airport, which means Rome, police was checking everybody and everything. They were checking your temperature, and they made you sign papers because in these 14 days they will probably call me and check if I'm home, if I'm healthy, and if I'm following all the rules. It feels like really strange because when I got home I couldn't really see my parents. I hear their voices, I couldn't see their faces very well. So it's a very strange situation. As I said, even if my parents are not that visible, I know they're here and they're doing a lot for me because they have to cook all my meals. I can't really go to the kitchen, so they have to make me breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What we do is to put everything in here, as you can see. They arrive, I hide myself in my bedroom or the laundry room. They put here my breakfast, my lunch, or my dinner, and then they go away and I can take my meal. Everything is confusing, even if because I was really tired in these days. I had the jet lag, I was sleeping all day. Today kind of feel better. I mean, I feel good. I don't feel fever, I don't feel anything, but, well, at the moment. But, you know, it's like, the whole thing is crazy. So what is actually crazy is that today is my last day of isolation. I can't believe that I can finally go back to, well, normality, or at least I can walk around my house. I can finish to unpack my things because I still had something in here that is supposed to go somewhere else. I can finally see my parents. The most important thing maybe is that I feel really good physically. I didn't have fever. Well, I checked every morning, every night for 14 days and I was okay. Mentally, I feel very well too. It was really challenging because you realize that you can actually spend so many days by yourself. I was calling my friends, my boyfriend. I had to organize myself, all my days. I also had the opportunity to reflect.
Civilist chimp. 1. You can't hide. Welcome, gentlemen. This mixture of life, smash clear of the afterlife. The world is not as it seems. Consciousness as you know it is an illusion.
I'm a printer. I can print text like a regular printer. I can print my selfie too. I can print a real heart. Let me show you. Soon, I can print out a real baby. One. One by one. One by one. One by one.
Just don't invite yourself into my personal space.
I do not give you any permission to stand close to me, intimately breathing on my neck while in conversation. I hear you quite fine. Over there.
Back up. Coronavirus?
Just don't.
Just don't honk while you're driving at women who are walking. As if it's some kind of great form of trying to get my attention.
Just don't invite yourself to touching me. This is my body, and I should have the right to say who touches me and who doesn't.
Just don't touch.
Just don't be persistent when I've already told you that I have a boyfriend.
Just don't give me a compliment and assume it's your God-given right to get my phone number after.
Just don't force yourself on me.
Just don't invite me to Netflix and chill, and then try to call it a first date.
Just don't take advantage.
Just don't send unsolicited penis pics to my phone. Ugh. What is that? I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask for that.
Sexual harassment is a pretty big thing. Pretty big.
81% of women have experienced some form of sexual harassment in their lifetime.
This is a message for everyone, for men.
Just don't.
Just don't.
Just don't.
Just don't. And you gotta respect that.
imagining, believing, inspiring. Is the American dream what I thought it was? Or is the American dream what I thought it would be? Was it everything I had pictured in my mind before I got here? Is the American dream real? Does it truly exist? Is the American dream how people describe it? If I lived here, would I be able to achieve the American dream? But now that I lived here, is the American dream something I would want? Prices, help, neighbors, two-face, weekend, traffic, time, help, insurance, sugar, food, groceries, richness, poverty, drugs, trash, harm, labor, shooting, public transportation, dollars. Before I came to the U.S., the American dream was illustrated to me in a different way. It was a painted picture of glamour, easy life, successful people with big houses, big cars, cheap lives, and palm trees. After living here, I can now see it's not different from where I come from. What I read about and saw on TV seems like a fairy tale now, a Hollywood movie. Probably, the American dream is just what it sounds like. It's just a dream. Too many questions, too many answers, too many feelings, conflict, contrast, all in my mind. And then, just silence.
I was invited to my first professional super fight. It was very exciting, and it was in an arena with lights, and I ended up coming up short in that match. That was a rough one. That one put me into like a little bit of a mental plateau. I don't think my dad understood, but I think after he saw that I was willing to put so much work into something, that I think he understood more or less. I think how I fight, for lack of a better term, is more important than the result. Jiu-jitsu for me is how I express myself more than anything.
Somebody call action.
Action!
When I hear sounds from my past, it is very comforting and therapeutic in a way that even gives me the chills, especially hearing my father's voice from long ago. Thinking about this past, I became interested in the sounds of memory. My father also worked as a sound artist. This is a fond memory because I would go with him to work, where I saw him editing the sounds on shows he filmed, like The Dukes of Hazzard, Superman, and Lethal Weapon. So when I started this sound design project, my father gave me some of his audio sound recordings from 1971 that I could use. His sounds are of the racetracks with Indy cars, which is what my sound design starts with.
Hoops and stuff like that. This is my favorite sound effect. You know what a AA field dragster is?
I think I've seen one before, yeah.
They burn nitromethane, not gasoline.
Yeah, the fall fires coming out of the back.
Yeah. They were burning pure nitro. They would put the nitromethane in the freezer, and the nitro froze at a different rate than the methane, so they would take all the methane out, So what they did was they started the car up on alcohol in the pits and brought it up to the start line. They got it staged, and then they poured the nitro in for the run, because it would only run 6 seconds.
This is going to blow out my ears.
Absolutely.
So listen how pure. It's not overmodulated or
All right, now we move into some funny car qualifications. We see a stick Lord Stampede. And let me tell you folks, this is a double cup funny car. It's powered by a big overhead cam Ford engine.
Well, he blew a drive shaft right on the line.
That's all for this reel.
Sometimes my mother went to these racetracks with my dad. Other sounds I used are of my mother's memories of these times from 1972. What I found out about my mother was that she did not want to talk about this past with my dad. And then she changed her mind. And she told me her story. Her story was pretty moving, and she was very excited about telling it.
So Dad ran out of film? Is that what you're saying?
Well, when he's filming a race, there's only so much film, and then you got to change the roll and put another one on. And the camera he was using was one of those things you set on your shoulder, one of those huge cameras that has a big reel thing in it. And in order to change that, it's difficult. You have to actually put yourself in a tent-like thing where you put... It's a big thing that he sticks his head in to keep everything dark so he can do the roll. Does it make sense?
Like a dark room, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a portable dark room, but it's made out of fabric. He was filming the race from the helicopter. So he told the helicopter guy, I have to change the reel. You got to drop me down so I can get another reel. And the guy said, okay, but I can't sit here and wait for you for a while I'm doing the film. So he called me over. He said, get in the helicopter. I didn't even know what was going on. When I took off, he said, we're going to go see Monterey Bay and coastline and all that, waiting for your husband to get his camera ready. So cool. I couldn't believe it, just out of nowhere. I'm standing here watching a race, and all of a sudden I'm in a helicopter.
I don't want to sleep. I just want to keep on.
My brother and I went to high school in the 80s, and we spent a lot of time singing 80s songs. When I went to visit him this summer, we took a road trip to visit my sister in Montana. On that road trip, we reminisced about the 80s songs, and we started singing in the car. My sister moved away recently to Montana, and when I went to visit her on her property, I recorded the sounds of silence. Maybe the silence represents when someone moves away, and it becomes quiet all of a sudden. When they move so far, you barely see them. Playing these sounds from the past brings a soothing memory, and I hope that others think of recording people they would treasure hearing again in the future.
That's all for this reel.
10 years, sea levels have risen at an alarming rate.
Dire warning about climate change. According to a new report, experts say that we have until 2030 to avoid catastrophe.
Findings from the United Nations offer a grim assessment of how off track the world is in combating climate change.
Exactly a top priority for this White House. President Trump has frequently doubted its existence and has called it a hoax. So.
And this is another of mankind's virtual monocultures. The species that proliferates here and congregates of its own accord into dense swarms numbering millions is Homo sapiens himself.
And while I want to chalk it up as someone who believes deeply in that the hots are getting hotter and the dries are getting drier and the wets are getting wetter, that it's just climate change, it's more than just climate change, and it is climate change. But it's more than that. And as it relates to PG&E, it's about dog-eat-dog capitalism meeting climate change. It's about corporate greed meeting climate change. It's about decades of mismanagement. It's about focusing on shareholders and dividends over you and members of the public.
Do you need to know my name first? My name is Vanessa. I am studying literature and writing. I used to write. I do write a lot still, but sometimes it doesn't feel as creative or sometimes it feels forced. I can feel drained creatively with my writing. That's one thing that I do though. I have a mom and a dad, and I have 3 older brothers. When I was younger and my parents were still working, my dad used to work from 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. When I would come home from school, my mom would stay there for about 30 minutes. She'd get ready for work, and then my dad would come home and she would leave until 1 a.m., 2 a.m. I don't know. I guess it was just kind of days merging into days of just kind of entertaining myself, but that doesn't mean that there wasn't something that I was lacking emotionally that kind of translated into my present self. My dad and I used to go at it. Like, we used to just yell at each other all the time. I mean, this is after I decided to stop letting him yell at me and just crying over it. I started yelling back, but can I curse? Okay. Gave me a low tolerance for the shit that I take from anyone in general, because respect should come from all parties. I first started noticing symptoms a little late. I was 12. I was in 8th grade. I really felt like I was unloved and unappreciated. I felt like no one cared. Just really felt like not even that anybody didn't care, but that they were aware of me and disliked my presence. I was bullied a lot from kindergarten up until like my first semester of college. When I was younger, a lot of it was physical. Middle school, they used to unhook my bra, grope me, frame it as a joke. I thought that I would be the one getting in trouble for what they were doing to me, so I never said anything. But high school, it wasn't physical anymore, but a lot of rumors would spread about me. When my ex-boyfriend broke up with me, he told everyone that I had lost my virginity to him, and guys would come up to me after school and grope me and ask me if they could sleep with me. Girls were starting to call me a slut, saying that like I should be lucky to say that I had slept with him. I felt like I lost a lot of self-respect. I try my best not to sink into a hole where I just kind of say that I'm better off killing myself, but I'm not gonna lie and say that this doesn't happen, because it does. A lot of it looks like isolation. Like I don't want to talk to people. I don't feel a motivation to do any of my work. I feel like I don't deserve the things that I have, and that I am not good enough to be alive sometimes. I'm not going to say that, I was depressed all those years because I was bullied. It added on to it for sure, but I was just depressed because I had depression. It still manifests itself in the same way of just wanting to be alone and to cry and to feel hurt, and feel numb. I wouldn't say that I wish that my parents would have been different when I was younger. A lot of it has attributed to the person that I am now and the way that I handle things. And I think that not to say that it was necessary to have these experiences, but if I didn't have those experiences, I would be the biggest pushover that you have ever met. I guess the biggest advice that I have is just talk to someone.
All right. What an amazing group of films, guys.
All right,
Christine.
everybody. Yeah. Well, let's have a big round of applause for all of our filmmakers. Hey.
Amazing.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much. That was fantastic. That's the end of our second round. And so let's meet our filmmakers from the second half of the evening. I know there we go. From the second half of the evening. Why don't you keep your mics muted until you hear the name of your film so that you don't pop on the screen. And so student filmmakers, are you ready to say hello to your audiences? And when you hear the title of your film, wave and let us know your name. And talk a little bit about your film if you can. Okay, so the first film
is
that we're gonna see, oh, I'm sorry, I stepped on my co-host.
The first film, we're going to meet the filmmaker of Noxious. Noxious. Jelonna.
My name is Jelonna Byers. I co-produced this film with Destinee Martinez, my colleague. And we created this film back in August or October, which is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And we kind of just wanted to bring...
Quite here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we good?
You're good. It's all you.
We just wanted to bring more awareness to domestic violence and toxic relationships, and kind of shed light on a different narrative than heterosexual relationships, and just bring more awareness to that.
Thank you. The next film is Panneaux de Signalisation, Warning Signs.
Hello, everyone. My name is Chris Cox. And yeah, a little bit about the film. This was my first time actually writing a language film that's other than English. So it was definitely an interesting process. But I would like to thank, obviously, my two stars, Ariel Valencia and Jesse Maurer, for obviously kind of just sticking with this with me. So it's been a process, and I appreciate their help. It was a blast.
Excellent. COVID-19, the quarantine.
Hi, I'm Cecilia Marchetti. I'm here live from Italy. I'm an exchange student at Cal State this semester. My video, as you can see, is about my experience in the red zone after getting back home from the United States.
Thank you. Thank you. Next up, we have Elixir of Life.
Hey, what's up, everyone? My film is just a video I made with my friends, and it's a part of a larger series that we're doing on YouTube, so subscribe to my YouTube channel.
We will. Thank you, Quinn. The Playground. The Playground.
Hi. So my film actually works as my capstone for my special major in dance and production and performance. And it's all about, well, there's a lot of different themes behind it, but it has a lot to do with like identity and also just experimenting with like fabric and how it reacts to the moving body.
Beautiful. Thank you. Then we had Print Life Soon. Unfortunately, the filmmaker Crane Zhu could not be here tonight. Then we had Just Don't. Just Don't.
Hi. My name is Jelonna Byers again. I created Just Don't with the intentions of it being a women empowerment film. I wanted to play on the Nike slogan, Just Do It, encouraging women to just use their voice and say, just don't.
Thank you, Jelonna. American Dream. American Dream.
Hi, I'm Cecilia Marchetti again. I just want to say that I've always dreamt about America since I was younger. And now that I achieved this dream, I wanted to tell my point of view.
Thank you. Then we had Jiu-Jitsu Journey. Jiu-Jitsu Journey.
Sorry. Hi, I'm Micah. I'm really grateful for this opportunity. I want to give a special thanks to Chance Snyder, who is the star of the animation, and also Brian Leonardo, who actually taught me how to rotoscope in a very short amount of time for this film fest. And also the overall concept with this film was kind of this idea of perseverance and just focusing more on the process of whatever you're passionate about rather than the outcome. So thank you again.
Thank you. Memory Sounds.
Hello, I'm Stacy Tamanari. Mine was a collaboration of old and new memories. So thank you, Dad, and for sharing your recorded sounds. And I just want to thank my mom and my brother Jeff. Thank you.
The Time Is Now.
Hi, I'm Natalie Mansfield, and this piece meant a lot to me because my sister and I are very environmentally conscious, and hopefully when people watch it, they just want to become caretakers of the earth.
Thank you. And our last film was When the Curtain Falls. Carlos Hernandez, are you here? I don't think so. The last film, When the Curtain Falls, was by Carlos Andre Hernandez. All right, it was so great to see the second half of the show. And now, Christine,
And
you're
now
on.
we're going into our awards ceremony. So we have special guests joining us to announce the awards. And so here's a message to our award givers. We'll call on you to announce the award and the student filmmakers that are receiving your award. And then the student filmmakers will say a few words about your film with us tonight. Student filmmakers receiving awards, I just want to tell you that you will receive a cash gift card directly from the sponsor, and it'll have a message on it from the sponsor. So please check your email in a day or two for that cash award. So are we ready for our awards? Hey.
The orchestra. Christine, you got to move the orchestra out. We're gonna have to pay them overtime.
Oh yeah, I know that. All right, so here we go. We have Shannon Pringle, the director of the CSU Media Arts. She'll be giving the award for the best personal narrative. And I also just want to say that it's possible that some of the people couldn't make it tonight.
All right, thank you so much. It was so exciting to see all the films and judge everything and just really get to know all of you students. I'm so honored to present the first award for the evening for Best Personal Narrative. The personal narrative explores a personal path, a reason, a passion, a light. And the personal narrative gives us insight into an aspect as well as the wholeness of its subject. The award for Best Personal Narrative for the the one that started it all, Gaojian.
Unfortunately, Kyle, this is what he goes by, could not join us tonight, but he will be receiving the award from you, Shannon, and so I really appreciate you giving that award. Okay, we have our next award giver, which is Judith Hirschko. She's the chair of the Art, Media, and Design Department, and she is giving the award for the Special 2020 Pandemic Experience Award. So Judith, you're on. We can't hear you, your mic is muted.
First of all, I want to congratulate all the filmmakers on a fantastic evening of films. Thank you so much, everybody. We have seen many very powerful expressions of isolation, and all of them are extremely important, and we appreciate all the insight that we received. The 2020 Pandemic Experience Award, and I have an envelope here, is given to a student who expressed her own unique experience in isolation in another country. And the award goes to COVID-19, The Quarantine by Cecilia Marchetti.
Oh, wow. Thank you all so much. This award means a lot to me, since it's something that still represents my exchange program, even if right now I'm here back in Italy again. I also want to thank to all my professors that I met this semester at Cal State, who gave me a lot of inspiration thanks to their courses. I actually learned so many things, especially I started working on the practical side through projects like videos, collaborations, choreographies, and installations. I am very excited, and I hope to have the opportunity to go back to the States again, maybe one day. And thank you all so much. I had a very awesome night.
Jonathan, I think you're taking over the next announcements.
That is right. And the award for Best Cinematography will be given by Trina Wetzel, our School of Arts alumnus. Trina, hi.
Hello, everyone. Hello. I hope you all are well and safe. This award goes to a person who has excelled at the art of visual storytelling. So let's see who it is. Drum roll, please. The award for Best Cinematography goes to Warning Signs by Christopher Cox. Woo!
Well, thank you so much. I am honored, obviously, to be a part of this festival. It's been an amazing experience getting to do this despite the circumstances. So thank you all so much to the tech and the professors and everybody that helped put this together, first and foremost. And secondly, obviously, I just want to thank everyone involved in the project, Jeff Waddleton, John Waddleton, Jesse Maurer, Ariel Palencia, I can't even talk right now. But yeah, just everybody that was involved in making this film. And yeah, this was a great experience learning how to read and write French. So I don't think I've fully mastered that yet, but here's hoping for future projects maybe. So thank you all so much.
All right, and our next award giver for Best Performance / Dance on Camera is Karen Schaffman, Dance Studies Professor. Welcome, Karen.
Hi, thank you
Hi,
so
Karen.
much. I'm so honored to be here. I want to congratulate everybody for their excellent work. It was so meaningful, and all of your collaborators as well. It really touches me so to see so many meaningful films and all of your perseverance during these times. So congratulations to everybody. Choreography and dance for the camera and performance video share so many things because we're all working on space, time, dynamics, rhythm, and compositional elements. So I just wanted to bring those elements together as we think about video as a genre, all about movement. So it is my honor to present the award. The envelope, please, for the best performance. Dance for the Camera video goes to Nina Watts.
Thank you so much. I would like to say a special thank you to Danielle Sumsum, Minnie Atkins, Daphne Garcia, Leslie Rodriguez, my technical assistants, Iris Lee, Phoenix, Nita Hill, and special thank you to faculty and staff, Karen Schaffman, Kristen Moss, Chad Huggins, Anya Cloud, and Michael McDuffie, and also thank you to the School of Arts so much.
Okay, I think we're moving on to our next award. Our next award will be given out by Tony Allard. It would be for the best animation, and Tony is an artist and professor. So Tony, you're on. Your mic. Can you unmute?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, great. First of all, congratulations to all the makers of these amazing films, because they are, you're unstoppable, truly unstoppable. And what a difference the world is, what a difference it makes. And also I'd like to thank Jonathan and Christine and the whole crew who put this on, because you're also unstoppable, and it's amazing that you created this platform for this. So yes, the award for best animation goes to Jitsu, The Journey by Micah Ramos. Congratulations, Micah.
Thank you so much. Again, I'm just happy to have the opportunity to show my film in the first place. So thank you again for this award. It was kind of a last minute ambitious project that I just wanted to put on myself. I think in total it was about, give or take, 700 frames of just drawing, even though it was such a short film. So I'm glad I pushed through. And again, I just want to give a special thanks to Chance Snyder and also Brian Leonardo, along with Professor Golden. She's the one, I took her class this semester and she really introduced me to the ways of animation. So thank you again.
Okay, so we're moving on to our next award. And this award has been given by me, as a matter of fact.
Hey now.
I don't know how that happened. I'm announcing myself for the best social issue. Okay, so will Christine Diekman please come up and give the award? This is a very meaningful award to me, having been able to work with these students over several semesters and to see their work grow. The piece is a very important piece, and I'm extremely happy to be able to give the Best Social Issue Award to Noxious by Jelonna Byers and Destinee Martinez and Crissy Cerden. So I think Jelonna and Destinee are both here, right?
Yeah.
So we'll cut to Destinee as well. Yeah, okay. Would you like to say something?
Oh, okay. I just want to say thank you to our team that the three of us, well, one of us couldn't be here, but just want to thank Jelonna and all the other people that helped for the film. And yeah, thank you.
Wow, this is crazy. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much to my amazing team of like girl power, Destinee and Crissy. Crissy couldn't be here because the time difference in London right now, but this feels amazing. And thank you so much to Anna and Christine Diekman for believing in us and nurturing my film making skills. And I hold so much gratitude. Thank you.
All right. That was a beautiful film. And next up, we have Best Experimental Film, and that will be awarded by filmmaker and professor Mike Stoltz. Mike, take it away.
Hey, everyone. I just want to echo that, congratulations to all the filmmakers tonight. It's been such an incredible selection of work. And for the Best Experimental Award, the award goes to Portals Vessels by Destinee Aleman.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. I'm so thankful for this opportunity and for my professor who encouraged me with this project. I've never done anything like this. This is my first time really playing with video, and I kind of fell in love with it. And this video especially was just me experimenting. It was just like a stream of consciousness and some poetry that I just wrote down during quarantine and felt like I should share it. So thank you.
All right, thank you. Amazing. Great film. Well, you could never, as Susan Paley Abramson said, you can't go wrong by being yourself. So for this award, it's called the Best New Voice Award, and that will be awarded by Anna Petrisco, artist and School of Arts professor. Hi, Anna.
Hey, everyone. Shout out to all the filmmakers and the jurors and the organizers of this amazing festival. This is my first year being here, and I'm so excited and so proud of everybody involved. And I'm really happy to present this award. This award for Best New Voice honors an artist who has great promise and potential. And this piece in particular was so amazing in its innovative use of current technology to provide fresh new perspectives on an ancient text. I'm super pleased to announce, drumroll, that the 2020 Best New Voice Award goes to Logic of Choice by Crane Zhu.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Crane couldn't be with us today, but I know that she's watching on YouTube, and I'm glad that she got that award. Thank you, Anna. So our next award is our Best Documentary Award, and that'll be awarded by Susan Paley Abramson. So Susan, would you like to join us?
I want to echo what everybody said. What an amazing night. And Jonathan can attest, the documentary takes a lot of aspects.
Hello?
Just... Hey, you on this minute out?
We're getting some radio. I think we're landing a plane near the airfield here. Okay, go ahead, Susan. You're good.
In the sense here.
There you go.
Building a documentary is supporting your whole character. It involves location, it involves human heart, and I am truly moved and touched to say that this was not going to open an envelope, portrayed all those things and included a story about a human, a story about animals, the pandemic, and a city at lost, and Locksmith and Cat by Jun Fang. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. First of all, I want to thank so many professors about this honor. And last year, the media festival, I was the photographer of this event. And after seeing so many great artworks, I knew my gap in yours. So I know I need to put more hard working on this. And also thank to my professors when I choose to come back to China for my online classes. They give me a lot of support. So thank you for the word to add my end of my career at St. Marcos. Thank you all. I'm very grateful for this, for all of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So before I go to the next award, which is the Best Cult Film Director Award, we just had one of our awardees join us, and that is Kyle. And so Kyle, we would like to actually have you come on camera a little bit and re-accept your award from Shannon Pringle. So Kyle is here now. Hi, Kyle.
Hey guys, thank you for the award. And I love making film, and this is one of the many I make during the quarantine. And I just want to let all the artists know it is always more than the tool that we have in our hand, and it is way more than the tool. It is the life that we enjoy.
Thank you, Kyle. Thank you for coming. Okay, so moving on to our next award. It's going to be awarded by Professor Berman, and it's the Best Cult Film Director Award. So take it away, Jonathan.
All right. Well, guys, since I was 13, I was going to one of those movie theaters on the edge of town. In my case, it was the Mini Cinema in Uniondale, Long Island, in the shadow of the Nassau Coliseum, where I'd see the Marx Brothers and Jimi Hendrix and all kinds of films. So I have a big appreciation of cult films. So let me bring out this envelope, this fake envelope, and see who won Best Cult Film Director Award. And the winner is Elixir of Life, Quinn Martin.
How's everyone doing? I was not expecting to win this. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, my friends, family, and most importantly, the Academy.
Great. Okay. So that moves us to our last award, and that's the Jury Award. We usually give this all together. So I'll just say a few things about the Jury Award, and if anybody in the jury who is here would like to say something, please indicate that so we can switch to you. We still have Kyle up. So the Jury Award is one that that is given to a film that is shown. I'm sorry. If the Jury Award is given to a film that the entire jury believes is most kind of met all the criteria for story, content, concept, technical ability, and innovation. So I wanted to actually ask any of the jury members if they'd like to say anything about our Jury Award. And that would be Jonathan. Would you like to add anything? So this is the award that the jury feels, one film should go to from the whole jury.
Yeah, when you speak your truth from the heart, that's valuable and that's powerful. When you can craft that into a narrative, wrap it in this sugar coat, but still have that rawness, you really have something.
Shannon, did you want to say anything about the Jury Award? Oh, you're muted.
Oh, it's so impressive. I don't want to give anything away yet.
Okay. Susan, any comments?
Just moving and relatable, and I think that really hit home for everybody.
Okay, all right. Other members of the jury I don't think are here, right? Okay, so the jury award goes to When the Curtain Falls by Carlos Hernandez. And Carlos isn't with us tonight, but he'll be either watching on YouTube or he'll be able to find out.
Great.
So that brings us to almost the end of our show, and Jonathan's going to talk about the audience award a little bit.
Yeah, guys, don't forget, we want to hear from you, the audience. You can vote for your favorite film. Links to the vote and all the films can be found in the description at the CSUSM Student Media Festival YouTube channel. You have 24 hours to vote for your favorite film. Vote early, vote often. We're going to announce this on YouTube channel on Sunday at noon.
Okay, so thanks everyone for coming tonight.
Drive carefully, everybody. Oh, wait, you're already at home.
And we'll see you next year. And congratulations to everybody.
This has been the 16th annual CSUSM Media Festival.
Stay safe and stay creative.
Bye.
Bye.
Dance party. California State University, copyright 2020. Portions of the screenplay